Hello all, Tamara Horton here with Realtorbit, a company dedicated to pushing serious agents forward. Join me on this journey. Realtorbit was founded by Al Mendoza. Not too long ago, he started this program for realtors to teach them how to work with investors, how to work with contractors. He offers training videos to those who are willing to learn. He is a real estate expert with many years of experience. He wants to recruit realtors who are interested in learning more about working with investors, wholesaling, the flip and fix side of things. Here in Houston, Texas, not a lot of realtors work with investors. A lot of them are intimidated by this side of the industry, which is not as intimidating once you know. I feel it's a lot of fear of the unknown, if you will. But just like anything else, it is something to learn, and it's very lucrative. The thing about investors is they always buy. And the process is a bit different compared to your traditional residential house that's already constructed. Working with investors, they typically go for the homes that need work, because they see potential in the homes that are not in perfect condition already. So the process is a bit lengthier, depending on what it is you're trying to do. There's also such thing as buy and hold. If you buy a house that's already fixed up, which is something that investors do when they want to, start a rental portfolio, that is also an option. Wholesaling is another thing that a lot of people are getting into. That's also on the investor side of things. Fix and flip. I feel, in my opinion, is the best way to go about it. It's interesting. You learn a lot from how the houses are made, things you should look out for, which, in my opinion, are things you should look out for in a home. Firstly, which is the most costly things of a home, is before even getting under contract, you should know the roof age, as that can be an expensive repair and also lead to more expensive repairs if it begins to leak. Which will cause water damage. The foundation, sometimes foundation issues could really wreck a house. So you want to make sure that the roof, foundation, the mechanicals, and what I mean by mechanicals will be the hot water tank, the furnace, things like that. You want to make sure the things that make a house function is functioning before, investing your money into something. The whole point of investing is to make money. You want to make money by buying a house at a discounted rate, fixing it up with as little money as possible, but making it sellable, right? And then selling it for profit. You get the money that you put into it back, plus money that you earned from the sale, So that is the whole point. It's just like any other thing, like stocks or trading. It's just in the form of real estate. It does take longer, but it is more rewarding, in my opinion. We need dedicated realtors to join the team. And since me joining, I've joined over, it's been maybe a couple months now, and I've gotten some leads, which comes with the program, as well as, training videos to really teach you, and really like hands-on support from me and Al both. Will be there to guide you the way. But you will need to really work. You will need to really be dedicated and really into it. You have to have a passion for this, right? There's a lot of information, just like anything in real estate, but it's a whole another ball game. But it is fun. It is what you make it, I should say. There is a fee associated with joining us, but with the leads, it's like investing in yourself. You get that money back once you close deals from the leads that you will receive, from the information that you will have. So take this moment to invest in yourself. We do have an option to try it for free. If it's not for you, no harm, no foul. But if it is something that you would like to continue doing, join us. The information is more valuable than the money, in my opinion. You get to learn how to work with investors. You get to learn how to work with contractors, which goes hand in hand, you know. And with contractors, you do need to learn how to work with them because it can get sticky, you know. So that's just another thing that we offer to make things smoother. And we do have our own construction company with our own crew. So we just have to teach you guys what to look out for, what to do, and how to go about certain things that will come about, and kind of just inform you of, you know, transactions that involving contractors and investors and what to know and what to look out for. The ultimate goal is to make you a better realtor and to really like boost your career. We also offer hands-on coaching and mentoring. I would love to take some new agents out, show them an investment property, show them what to look for, you know, really take in the questions that they will have about homes, show them a finished product and show them a not so finished product. You know, show them the construction site and what goes on between, you know, when all the paperwork is happening. Like, let me show you like the real thing that goes on with investing. I think it'll be a great way to learn. So if you're wanting financial freedom in a career that is totally yours, real estate already has so much to offer. But with investors, the fact that they buy all the time, you don't have, and there's no sentimental attachment with investors. They want to make a profit. So it's a lot different from residential. It can be a lot smoother if you know what you're doing. So that's my preference. I've been an investor agent for many years now. Honestly, I love it. It's my niche. Yeah. And I probably would always do this with investors and become an investor myself. That's the whole goal. It's like to unlock financial freedom, and financial freedom or just freedom period in life, right? Everybody wants to live the life that they want to live. And for me, I have my own personal goals that I'm reaching, and Realtorbit is helping me get there. I've gotten 2 listings so far, investment properties from our personal portfolio, if you will. And we're working on so many other things that will just change the game of real estate. We also have our own special private lender who really helps people, like people that you wouldn't think, or people who don't think that they can buy a home or qualify for a home. We get them qualified and we get them into homes, our personal homes that we're looking to buy from. When we're buying from builders, sellers, we're buying the product, and then we're putting the people that first-time buyers, to be specific, into these homes. And we need help, you know. We need manpower. We need realtors to help us do these transactions and make these big moves, and to really make this dream a reality for a lot of people. Home ownership should not be hard, but right now in this day and age, it's become a lot more difficult than it should be. It's been unaffordable for a lot of people, and just so many loopholes. And so we found a way, we've partnered with the right people to really make this dream come true for the people who don't think that it's an option for them. It is an option for you, and anybody can be a homeowner with the right guidance and the right people. Anyone can become a homeowner. So yeah, we are not a broker. I just want to make that clear. You are free to be with any company you would like. Think of us as like the middleman. We're just teaching you a skill. We're teaching you a skill so you can utilize your real estate license in the right way. So that way you don't have to go out and get odd jobs. You don't have to DoorDash or do all these other things. You can just work real estate. And I know that's what most real estate agents want to do. And to really benefit from this career, you have to go full throttle. You have to be all in. You can't be part-time. You have to really do this in order to really like get the reward, you know? So it takes time. And as new agents, I know that business is hard to get when you first get it started. You know, once you first get those first couple of deals, it starts to roll. You know, you have to learn though. You have to learn from the right people. And a lot of brokerages just don't offer that one-on-one support that we offer. And that what makes us different. You know, you really get that hands-on support that you need to really skyrocket your career. We're focused on that. Like we're focused on making more homeowners and better realtors. And the investing side of thing is so lucrative. And that's why me and Al, we both know, and I'm still learning. There's always so much to learn, but we know a lot about investments. And that's why we choose to go this way, because we know how rewarding it is. And for our programs, there are payment plans offered. Like I said, you can try for free, but if you would like to sign up, there is a cost. And if you can't afford that cost right away, there are payment plans. So we're making it super affordable. We're making it so easy because what we want to do is just get people on board to really get this thing going. We need closers, agents that close deals, that want to close more deals, that really want to do this full time, that's really in it to win it, So as I said before, take this chance to invest in yourself. You will not regret it. I think it's a really great thing, and I'm so happy that he chose me to be a part of this. I'm honored to be able to do something like this because the amount of people that we're going to help in the process is going to be amazing. So join us. I will be also hosting weekly webinars on different topics that we can really get into. Like I said, there's a lot of information to learn, but if you're willing and ready, it's here for you. So with that being said, sign up today. You can't lose in this situation. So in this segment, I will go over a few questions that I received from a few curious realtors. So the first question would be, how long does it take to close a deal with an investor? It's just regular timing. It depends. Sometimes if they're paying cash, so let's say, for instance, we have an offer that's $100,000, right? You buy it cash. With cash, you skip the appraisal if you want. You can close in 15 days. Yeah. You can even close in 10. I've seen it close that fast. As long as the title work gets done, everybody's doing what they need to do to kind of push forward. You get that inspection the first couple of days. You just really move quickly and get everything done. You can close really quick. Investors usually like to do that because if it's work that they have to do, they want to get all the paperwork done. They want to get assigned over to their name and get started on the work so that way they can sell it quick. The next question will be, what are some red flags of a home? So if I was an investor, I would not buy a home with a destroyed roof. As we know, roofs can be very expensive. And as an investor, especially new investors, you don't want to get into a project where you have to rebuild this house almost. You want to focus on the cosmetics. And that's why I said earlier that it's better to get a home that has a good roof on it. It doesn't have to be brand new. If it's brand new, great. But if it has some life still left on it, if there's no damages and you can tell that some repair's been on it, but it's not leaking, great, right? Also, foundation. If the home has foundation issues, I would say walk away. You don't want to get into that issue, especially if you don't want to pour that money into it. If it doesn't make sense on paper, profit-wise, don't do it. So foundation and roof can be very expensive. And those are issues you can't ignore. So kind of focus on the cosmetic stuff. If it's just it needs new flooring or new paint, new cabinets, you want to maybe tear down a wall. You can't, you don't want to get into too much, especially as a new investor. You don't want to it can get stressful if you get a house that needs so much. And I always recommend getting inspections. Do not skip an inspection. I don't care how good the deal is. Do not skip that inspection. You might regret it later on. Another question I received from an agent that wants to become an investor herself is how much should I have saved before investing? Everybody's financial situation is different. It depends on what you know you could do. But I will always say because you never know. There's always things that pop up. Like there will always be things that the inspector can't see, that'll happen during construction. Just unexpected expenses, they always come. So you want to be prepared for that, because it will just be a headache to not be prepared for it. In the middle of a construction, you're almost done, and then you find something behind the wall, plumbing goes wrong, or a pipe burst or something like that. You got to replace something. Something always happens. So just have as much as possible. Have as much as possible saved up, so that way you have that cushion during the process for any emergencies or anything unexpected. Just make sure you have enough. So just continue to save always. But to start off, I would say if you're investing in a small home, maybe like a 3-2, and you got it for under 150,000, but you already set aside like 60 grand for the repairs, have an extra $30,000-$40,000 on top of that. And I'm just throwing numbers out, but hopefully you guys get the point. Like just have a cushion, because unexpected things will pop up, and you want to be prepared for whatever. My next question is, how soon after joining Realtorbit will I get leads? So for me personally, within 30 days, probably sooner, because we are working on a lead generation thing that will generate a lot of leads a month. That's why we need realtors immediately, because we do have buyers, we do have listings that we need to push, right? So it should happen immediately. Yeah. And you want to get those deals closed, So it's one thing is getting the lead. Closing the deal is a whole nother situation. Once you're under contract, great, but there's a whole process between getting the lead, going under contract, and getting to the closing table. There's a lot that goes in between those two, so you just want to be prepared. And having us by your side during that time will just make it easy. And every deal is different, but having that support when you have a question and you need someone to call at 11 o'clock at night, it's us, right? So if you are interested in becoming a Realtorbit agent, learning how to work with investors and contractors, and really getting that hands-on support, those training videos for a monthly fee, and the leads, and just working with us to really create more homeowners and better realtors, then reach out to me today. My number is 281-509-0492. I can onboard you and help you get started right away. This is an exciting journey, so whoever decides to join, I'm so happy for you, and I look forward to working with you. Have a great one.